Did you hear about they're stopping making EF lenses?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, they're stopping, but they're not.
Well, they're gonna keep up because that's what people are buying.
So they're not doing any updates now.
Okay.
They're focusing on the mirrorless ones,
Like the R series or
the
whatever.
RV, whatever it's called. Yeah, the R series.
Yeah.
They're trying to build a whole collection of that. So that's what they're like primarily working on. So that and then some new cameras for mirrorless, which is it's the way to go apparently.
It is, yeah.
Right?
I
Like they're
mean,
better.
everyone
Anyway.
talks about how great the Sonys are with the mirrorless stuff, and
Yeah.
one of these days I'll try it out. But like Ryan Stacy works with me on a lot of things, and he just got the acef.media whatever it is, and he's loving it.
Oh,
Absolutely loves that thing. So
yeah, that was one thing I was gonna buy, is the A7 III, but I'm leaning towards Blackmagic since I'd just probably use it for video.
if you're going for video, yeah, get the new 6K Blackmagic that runs with Canon batteries, has a Canon mount for lenses.
Yep.
Thing is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I bought one. Well, I bought one for a company to help them out, and then got paid back. But it's pretty.
They're
It's a
insane.
nice one.
Just
Yeah.
make sure you rack it up because you need a V mount.
Oh yeah, if you're
V-lock.
gonna do the whole thing, you got.
Oh yeah,
Whole rig it.
dropping money on it.
Yeah, because I think the last 20 minutes with no B6.
Yeah.
That shit trash.
Yeah, but it shoots 6K, so.
Oh, it's insane. It's like it looks nice. I've used
And
it.
it's small. I love how small it is. That's it.
So light.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the Ronin S, something like that would be beautiful.
Yeah,
Because I've put the C200 on a Ronin S.
really.
Oh yeah, it maxes.
It took
out.
it.
It maxes out pretty damn close at its weight capacity, and it works.
Yeah.
I can't put a monitor or anything on that because, well, no, okay, I'll take that back. I have the attachment on the side of the Ronin to put a monitor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can wire it in, but that is cumbersome to use.
Well,
I
Jeez.
shot comethazine with it, and oh crap, like that was a bad move. Especially since I had to protect myself from all the kids jumping around, and like I thought I was gonna get trampled. Like I'm a big son of a bitch, and I'm getting pushed around by 16-year-olds and stuff like that. I'm like, oh god, this is bad.
Yeah.
oh, man.
And when you're throwing a $10,000 camera into something like that too, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay,
It's a bit risky.
a little bit. So I don't bring that guy out as much anymore.
Yeah.
That's
That's all your stuff insured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who do you go through to insure? Just your insurance company?
Yeah,
or-
insurance company. The home and auto, and they gave me a business insurance too.
nice.
That's a nice thing. Like Hidden Beats is a full-fledged corporation. Federal, I do taxes, I got an accountant, I got a lawyer, all that fun stuff. So, I could write everything off. It's amazing. Even the gas coming out here, I can write this off,
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
which is great.
Yep.
Yeah, facts. Shit, eh?
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to part 2 of the Hidden Beats episode. On part 2, we're going to be talking about like running a company, which is great since we already kind of leaded
Started on
into
that,
that.
yeah.
There you go.
I'm not even going to say like and subscribe. You guys already know what to do. Even though I just said it. Got you.
Yeah, like and subscribe there.
Yeah,
There you
facts. Yeah. Leave a 5-star rating too. Yeah. Or a nice
Smash a
rating.
bell.
Do something useful.
Yeah. Comment. Just leave a comment.
Anything helps.
You can write comment, but just leave a comment.
Yeah.
You know? Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Born to Create Podcast. Yeah. Why'd you come up with like Hidden Beats as a company name?
That actually started in college. We had to build a software package so I took interactive multimedia developer at Algonquin. So basically touches base on, social media, web design, video, photo, and anything under the sun with multimedia, really. Like we've done the whole production package, and one of the classes we had was to make a software package. So we actually came up with this, and the idea was to showcase new artists, and you'd hand out this package, and then it would upload new artist packages to it every so often on the software. So I have a full working software package for Hidden Beats if I wanted to with some stuff. It kind of died after that, and then I got approached by this gentleman. He's older, 65-ish. He wanted to make a website. I said, okay, cool. And then he said, I want to make a social media website for musicians. Okay, sure. If you're going to pay me to do something, whatever you want. So he basically wanted a carbon copy of Facebook, but only for musicians, and you can share stuff back and forth and all that. So I built him a carbon copy of Facebook. Like, I coded everything, and I have all that stuff just sitting in a folder right now because he brought in another guy who's a musician. These guys don't know anything about the internet, nothing. So relying on me, they decided they're going to say, okay, we'll give you 25% of the company to run all that stuff. They couldn't think of a name, and I said, well, shit, I did this when I was in college. Hidden Beats sounds like a great name. Do you guys want to use it? Sure, awesome. I said, but in my contract, if you guys screw off, the name comes back to me. Sure enough, 2 months later, they screwed off. And by that time, we had a fully functioning corporation. So then it turned over to me and said, okay, what am I going to do with this? I'm not going to run a social media website. I'm not that kind of lunatic. That's more involved than I want to be.
Yeah.
So it took me a while, but I did some rebranding, and I kind of reshuffled it into just a multimedia kind of company on its own, but with the focus on photography and video, and kind of just start rolling from there.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
How did you take that, like, that first step to, like, hiring people and, like, bringing them on as a part of the team?
It was literally like reaching out to people I know and say, can you help me with this? Like,
That's fair.
I need help. I can't do this myself. I said, like, I will put you in front of, like, so Ryan Stacy, he's a local auto photographer. A lot of guys know him. I said, I'll put you in front of shows and concerts and everything like that through Hidden Beats, but you have to give me some content. So we have like a symbiotic relationship in that sense. It provides more for Hidden Beats, and he gets to go shoot shows. Like, he's a photographer. That's what he wants to do. So from there, we started, like, I started building up. I had this girl, Morgan. She's an Algonquin student at the time. She just wanted more experience. Found her on Facebook. I said, okay, come out. Let's see what you can do. So I'm not going to pay you anything because I can't. Like, I don't have the money to do it, but I will put you in front of things, and I will find you paying jobs. Sure enough, that's Morgan's been with me ever since, like, day one. She came out to shoot NWA at Algonquin.
That's a good first shoot.
That was we got to meet them and everything. It was awesome, and she did a good job. I didn't have to babysit her or anything like that, so she's been with me ever since. And she came out to Boots and Hearts. She's come out to Blues Fest. She's good. She does what she needs to do, and she provides content. And I put her in front of, different people. Whenever I get paying jobs that I might not be able to take myself, I hand it off to those guys. Gets them a little bit of money and helps everyone in the long run. And we're all just trying to build this up to bigger revenue streams, bigger clients, things like that. And they're part of the team.
Yeah, it's good to have people that are on, like, the same page as you,
Yeah.
and, like, know what the vision is and know where things are going and stuff like that.
I rely on them too. Like,
Yeah.
I bounce up. We have a group chat. Like, whenever I have something come up, what do you guys think of this? And, I make the final decisions. I'm the owner, but I count on their thoughts. So if they have some different aspect that I'm thinking, okay, cool, let me know and tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
So I've got, like, those two guys are my shooters. I've also got two writers that go to review shows or help me content write or do whatever. So we've got a nice little family growing right now.
Yeah.
Sweet. And that's all contract based, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they get paid, if I can afford to pay them or they get paying jobs, that's what it is. It's based off of whatever comes up.
Yeah.
If they want, they ask, can I shoot this show? Cool. I'll put your name in. I'll let you shoot whatever you want. Just provide content to the website.
Yeah.
So, like, hey, if you guys want to shoot a show one day,
I mean, I'm down.
yeah, like, that's just it.
Yeah.
So like I have the contacts through Live Nation. I can apply for any show in any city. If you want to shoot it, I'll put it on, but I'm not going to guarantee that we're going to get it.
Yeah.
Only thing is, you provide me with a write up and pictures at the end. The rest you do what you want with. I'm not that type of guy who's.
Shit, I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk for sure. It's,
Yeah, definitely.
mind you, Morgan and Ryan do have first dibs on a lot of things, but
Of course.
yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
When you apply for Live Nation, do you apply, like, through the company or do you apply as yourself?
No, through the company. Like, so it's a Hidden Beats, like, profile,
Okay.
and then I'll put in who's ever name at the time who's going to shoot.
Okay, so they don't have to see work of that specific person, technically.
You
They
might
just
have
represent.
to sign waivers and stuff
Okay.
on site that you're not allowed to do an X, Y, and Z, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who's shooting. It's the company's putting this person in that spot type of thing.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, I mean, I can literally have anyone.
So that's
shoot.
how you do, like, the thing for, like, Blues Fest then?
Blues Fest, I, like, apply with Hidden Beats,
Yeah.
and then this year I'm hoping to bring it up a level. I mean, I won't go too far into that just because they're picky about their photographers, but you apply through Hidden Beats and you get your passes, and you just tell them I'm going to have 3 people on my team, and the pass will be whoever has it at that time.
Yeah, because that'd be something I'd be down to do at Blues Fest for sure.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have to fight Ryan and Morgan for that because they.
Oh yeah, no
It
doubt.
depends too on the days. Like, you know, someone's not going to want to shoot a whole day, but for me, like for Hidden Beats, last year we hit all but 3 acts at Blues Fest, so we hit everything.
That's pretty good.
So
that's really good.
we had the most content in the city for Blues Fest, even more so than Blues Fest, I think, at that time, because their photographers only like they only have house photographers that try to hit everyone, but there's only 3 of them for the whole thing, so they get wore out.
Yeah.
So if I'm tag teaming with different people at different stages, makes my life a lot easier, and we hit everything. We shot 45,000 pictures for Blues Fest.
Holy.
That's a full hard drive.
Oh,
Holy.
I've got a little NAS station I'm working on right now.
Smart.
I'm trying to organize because
Oh,
I got
yeah.
a lot of stuff.
What's the turnaround time on that? Is my question.
Yeah.
The post for the next day before the show
Okay.
comes out.
It's like you shoot it, you edit.
I'm editing that night, writing a post, and that way it's up before the next day starts.
Okay.
And in that sense, you have to, because
Mhm.
someone's going to want to click on that and see what happened. And mind you, I'm only putting a couple pictures up, maybe one of each act, and then I might do an album later, but it's something that's there. My goal is to beat things like CTV, beat all those people.
Yeah.
First person online gets the hits.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So if I'm coming home, I expect those guys, if they're shooting, either give me your cards or Dropbox me some files when you get home. You need to have that stuff to me so I can put it together.
Yeah.
Just needs to.
That's fair. I want to backtrack just a little bit. Were you nervous like when hiring your first person to bring them on board?
Yeah, a little bit, because I don't deal with bullshit very well. And I don't want to babysit. I've been screwed around by some people too. So I've had the bad experiences with just other people I've tried to bring on. One girl, she wanted to come work with the company, and the same idea. It's a contract, we can work going forward. I gave her a paid video shoot, said, this is your project. I don't want, like, I will help you with whatever you need to help with, but this is you. So here you go. The night before the shoot, she texts me like 9 o'clock. I've been working all day. I don't answer my phone right away, and freaks out because she didn't have camera stuff. Said, you're not an Algonquin student. You should be able to go get this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking, blew up at me. Like, paragraphs upon paragraphs of text messages about how unprofessional I was and how horrible of a person I was and all this other stuff. I said, listen, I rent my gear out to people. I got all kinds of things going on. If you told me you wanted this stuff for this day, I would have had it for you. So I don't have what you want. I can get this or this.
Yeah.
Freaked out. Blew, like, I'm talking nuked, like scorched earth. Like, we could no longer be in the same room together. She hates me. I'm the worst person alive. I said, listen, this isn't going to affect me. I told the kid who wanted this music video, this was your project. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I don't do small ghetto hip hop videos that it doesn't appeal to me. I'm a story shooter. Like, I don't want to do those small things. That's why I give you guys those small projects. No, jeez.
I know who you're talking about too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and she told me
her.
too. She reached out to a bunch of people and talked about how unprofessional it was. I said, I told you. Like, I even emailed the kid after. I said, listen, you came to me to shoot this video. Like, if she can't perform for you when you want it, let me know. I'll fix it. I'll make it right. But this was not me. I gave it to her and I told you this was her. Done.
Yeah.
But I emailed him after. He was perfectly fine. Like, he said, okay, I'll fix it if I have to. Like, I'm not going to let my name go really to shit. But then again, I'm sure he might do something in the future, but he hasn't really gone anywhere since then.
Yeah, that's fair.
The video was okay. I liked it. It was fine, but it could have been more planned out a little bit.
Hey, you can get gear from Algonquin at any time.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I was a student there. Like, I knew what could happen, so that's why I said I'll help you if you need help.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait by my phone. And she got pissed off that I didn't answer her right away.
Oh my god, people have a life, man. Like,
Well, that's it.
come on.
I'm I might answer you 6 hours later, but I'm still going to answer you. I've never not answered you.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So it is what it is. And she did her own thing after that, and we just parted ways. And, you know, but I've been screwed over by people too. Like, I've got a few people that are owing me, 4-digit sums that are still floating around. And we'll see if that ever comes to fruition.
Jeez.
If I was a different type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, in my past, that might have been different. I've grown a lot since then.
Yeah.
But it's hard to trust someone to come on board to do things. And luckily enough, I've found solid people so far. And I'll build the team more so that we'll grow as a family. And if more people join up, If you don't work out, see you later.
No, yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
It's I don't have the time to stress over it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You don't really need to. Like you're already established. It's more or less for them, essentially.
That's it. Like, I don't need the small videos and stuff like that. You will never see me shoot one of those standard hip hop videos anymore. With the camera shaky like this. You'll never see me do that. Ever.
Yeah.
I hate it. There's too many of them. It's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. It might work in some sense, but it's not me.
Yeah.
Never do it.
That's fair.
Yeah. I want to shoot a cinematic story video, something with some quality, something with some backup to it. Like, give me something worth doing.
Yeah.
Like an actual setup, something artistic, not just like straight like.
Yeah, like I helped produce Chrissy Spratt's new video for, what the hell's the name of it? We did a whole project with it with Lens Studio though, and I supplied some equipment. I helped them kind of logistics things a bit. I didn't do much to it, but that's the type of work I want to do. We rented out like buildings and stuff like that. We had a whole setup going. One of the spots was like a $2 million mansion.
Jesus.
So we had fun with that video. Like I said, I wasn't a huge part of it even, but I helped with a couple little aspects of things and setting up some sets and that. That's the video I want to do. Yeah. That's the type of stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So since we have both of you guys here and you guys both know how to code websites and stuff like that, like what kind of inspired you to build your website the way it is? Or why did you decide to build it the way it is?
I just needed something that was fluid enough that you could put anything you want on it, catchy enough that someone's going to want to look at it, and simple enough that I can maintain it.
Yeah, that's
really what it comes down to. Like I said, I can build a social media website. I can do anything you want. It takes time. And how much maintenance do you want to put into it? So mine right now, I can maintain from my phone. I could upload new content or whatever I need to do from my phone.
Shit, that's pretty sweet.
So if you can keep it simple, do it.
Yeah. Damn.
Still code a lot or just maintain the website?
Just maintaining. I try. Coding's there. Like if someone wants to hire me for a website, I'll do a website.
Yeah.
Actually, I was some of my biggest clients when I first started out were doing websites and then maintaining their social media for them. So maintain the website, upload content and social media posts and Google ads, things like that. That paid for a lot of stuff for a while until they thought they could do it on their own. That didn't work. One of the clients I had, we're still going through a battle with it. Like they decided they want to do everything on their own. And I said, okay, here's the deal. You owe me this much money. I will give you all your stuff when you're paid. Do it on your own. Mm-hmm. I still have not been paid fully. They still have not got all their stuff. It's a construction company or like a contractor. And he thought his son could run it. His son does not want to do that. His son wants to go build. So I don't think they've posted anything on social medias or updated their website in over a year at this point.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And it looks like crap, and I'm happy about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did the same thing with a tattoo shop when I very first started out. I did their whole website, and then the guy screwed me around, and screw him. I almost took him to court just because that was a big one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, he even stole one of my cameras at the time, too, and wouldn't give it back to me. He threatened to come to my house and beat me. That was a fun one.
Shit. Should have definitely taken that to court. Got some money.
It's a lot of effort, too, though. Like, how much, I could take him to court and say, this, and this, and it's his word versus mine. And I don't know. I figured, why let that stress me? I'll just let it go. He moved out to Rockland somewhere, so I don't have to deal with him in city anymore. So
that's fair.
Yeah. I don't want to be stressed. I have too much stuff to do. I'm already stressed as it is most of the time anyways. Why add that extra stuff to it?
No, exactly. Less stress you have, the happier you
Yeah.
are, for the most part, at least. Why is it important to like list your services on your website?
How is someone gonna come to you if you don't have a service listed?
By looking at your work and just kind of seeing it.
Well, I mean, but then again, if you can post anything on a website, but what's the relevance?
Yeah, that's fair.
So if someone wants me to shoot a family portrait of some sort, and I have, a couple pictures with concerts, a couple pictures with dogs, things like that. If you don't have some sort of relevancy, why are they going to look and shop it with you? So on my website, for instance, I have a whole wide variety of pictures, but then I have very specific. I do this, 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 this. If you want more information, like you can contact me, and I have some pictures to show too. Like that's just it. But then again, like I said in the part 1, I don't advertise either. So I'm word of mouth. I have dedicated clients that come back to me every year, which is nice. I could do more. I should do more. I should advertise. I might start doing that this year, but I don't know. It's just no fun to me.
I find you get better quality clients just word to mouth.
Yeah, because someone's recommending you specifically, and then you can pitch yourself better. Like I shot a wedding this summer. I shot the one wedding that was recommended to me by the owner of the Bourbon Room, and I met with them. And I'm not a guy who's going to dress in a suit to go meet you. I don't do suits. I don't do ties. I went in like shorts and like a sweatshirt and met them at like Moxie's for a beer. And I'm good with people. I could pitch myself fine. I know I'm confident with what I do, and that's just it. They were confident and they got a really good product out of it. So now I have a relationship with their business and their friends, and they've pitched me to other people. And I think I've got some of the shots from the wedding up at Calabogie Peaks Resort. That's where we did it. So they use some for promotion material with my logos and stuff in there, and it just rolls downhill from there, which is great.
Yeah.
Damn.
Advertising's a bonus, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you can get some shitty advertising results if you don't do it properly.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
And it all depends on the capacity of how much you can intake.
That's
right?
it too. Like I
Mhm.
can't do 10 million things.
Yeah.
I would need to go hire someone else. Like I have a wedding team. When we do weddings, it's like 4 people.
Mhm.
So I have to pay all these people that come out and do all this stuff. So I have to make sure that at least I can give them something.
Yeah.
But I know we'll see how that goes again.
Yeah.
I'm booking for this year, so I got a couple potential clients on the go.
Nice.
I don't want to shoot all weddings though, because that's like 3,000 pictures. You got to go through every single one.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot of everything.
I just finished. So I shot my sister's wedding this summer too, and then I moved and I broke a computer and stuff. So she had to wait for her pictures, and
Yeah.
she literally just got them recently. And we're talking her wedding was in August, but it's my sister.
It's family.
She could wait a little
Yeah.
bit. She was frustrated, but I said, "Listen, I can't edit with a broken screen. I can't do this, that." And I moved. Like all my stuff was packed. I didn't have my desk set up for like a month. So she's like, "Well, can I have my pictures now?" I said, "Okay." I finished them when I was in Winnipeg. So here you go.
Yeah.
But that one, it's a lot to go through. I solo shot that one, and I shot like 2,000 pictures myself. So then I had to go through each one of these things and edit them. And the sun was insane that day, so I had to do so much extra work. It was actually insane. Like if I wasn't wearing a hat or sunglasses, I'd be blind.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where was this wedding?
This was Orchard View Lodge or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
But it was just like the sunniest day possible. It seemed like in August. I don't understand. And I didn't bring any ND filters with me, which was stupid because I just figured it's my sister's wedding. I'm not going to pack a full kit. So that was my bad. And so I had to fix it in post. I don't like editing. So
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. I hate editing.
So I enjoy editing if I have something to change. Like if I want to make some sort of fantasy picture, whatever, or something like that, cool, I'll do some really fancy edits. Like I actually go down as far as pixel editing if I really want to get crazy. I fixed my aunt gave me a picture of my cousin, and one of my cousins passed away, so there's like a couple of them, but one of the babies took a pen and scratched out one of the faces. I only had half the face. I repaired the picture where pixel edited everything, so I fixed the whole picture. editing you can get into a zone with and just go hardcore,
Yeah.
or not. Like there's no in between for me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just repairing a whole face.
Yeah, picture restoration. I love doing that.
It's
just
fun.
so
Like that's
it's so
you get
fun.
a zone and you're just like, shit, this looks really good. And you're flipping stuff and just it.
Yo, it's a puzzle, bro. It's just you can stand there for like 4 hours just editing. It's
I'm
just
not
so
a big
fun.
puzzle guy, man.
I love it.
Not a
use,
big puzzle guy.
I use a Wacom when I'm doing stuff too, so I can really brush stroke things and get real fine details when I'm going through there.
Yeah, that's what he uses as well. I don't.
Yeah.
I never got the hang of them.
Get it if you're gonna do something like that, get a Cintiq where you're actually drawing physically on the monitor. You can see better instead of doing this and looking at a screen.
Oh, okay.
Cintiq's the way to go for you if you're ever gonna look at that.
How much are those though?
Actually, I just saw one on sale on like Facebook Marketplace for like $250.
Dang, that's good.
It was an older model, but
Yeah.
still,
That's good. I don't edit enough
if it's
to
something
like
that you're not
need one.
yeah.
You know.
For me, like I'm like Frank. I draw too. So,
Yeah.
it was something I wanted to buy and play with, and I bought it for school actually at the time. And I just used it as a side tool for editing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nice big 21-inch one or something like that, so you can use a full tablet on it almost. Although now I got my iPad Pro and I can do a lot of stuff on there too.
Yeah, did you try that yet? The Photoshop on the iPad?
Yeah, it's actually not
good.
Bad. With the pencil and everything. You can do a lot of stuff with that.
Oh yeah, you just sync that back and forth through the cloud, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although with it's called, what the hell's it called now? Sidecar, I think it is. You can use it as a dual screen with your MacBook.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I bought a software for that before that even came out. It's called Duet, and you can literally plug it in USB and use it as a dual monitor for a MacBook. So when I'm traveling on the road, dual monitors with the tablet.
It's
I
like
can pretty
that.
much do whatever.
It's like that crazy Razer gaming PC.
Oh, the flip out monitors one? Yeah.
Stupid. It's sorry, not PC, like a laptop.
I
It's
haven't
a
seen it.
Razer. It's Razer and it has 2 extra screens that like you can
like
pop,
pull out or
pull
something
yeah.
like that. It's a full thing.
Stupid.
I'm wondering how heavy that thing is.
I'm wondering how good those monitors are.
That too.
Because like you're
Refresh
pulling
rates,
these things out of somewhere, like they can't be good. Like there's no way they can be that. Like, and it's like a gaming computer too. Like, what the hell?
It's crazy.
I want to try it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
like it can't be good.
Pull in the coffee shop and just
Yeah.
Middle of McDonald's, just
Come out with a
Full
32-inch curve monitor at the end. Just
get a couple Big Macs and you're good to go for the
Oh,
day.
yeah.
as long as you keep ordering, it lets you sit there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Order something every hour and just
Yeah.
that's about it.
Just order weird things too. So then they're like, "What the hell?" Like
Yeah.
fillet of fish and all this other stuff.
Gets a pack of peanuts at one point. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got something, guys.
Give
Like,
me a muffin.
Oh, I got our big section.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
yo, their muffins are so good.
I try to avoid McDonald's. I mean, I'm a fat guy, so McDonald's is my nemesis.
That's
Yep.
fair. I tend to be attracted to McDonald's, and that's my go-to spot.
I mean, I'll be honest. You could put a little meat on your bones, and you'd be okay.
You're not wrong,
Yeah,
You're not wrong at
chill,
all.
man.
but
Like you could look at me and you could not guess how much I weigh. I'm a big guy,
that's fair.
and I have to avoid those things. Like that's why I'm drinking this stuff. I used to drink pop or beer. That was it. There was no water, no milk, no nothing, just pop or beer.
Fuck eh?
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
go through a 12-pack in 12 hours.
Talking beer, you're talking.
Both. Okay, well, maybe not as much beer anymore. Like I'm getting a little bit older and that stuff hits you a little bit harder, but I could easily clear a 2-4 a night if I wanted to.
Fuck eh? Yeah, I got some buddies that can do that.
Well,
Not for me.
I'm part Irish, obviously, with the beard, and part native.
Oh,
I got the drinking genes like built in. But yeah, no. When I was younger, I could polish a 2-4 a night, and like it was water. It was nothing.
shit. Eh? Yeah. See, I'm trying to. This year, I'm trying to like not drink as. I didn't say anything, Siri. You're retarded. Like, I'm trying to just not drink this year. Like, almost pull a sober 2020, unless it's like actually something worth celebrating.
Well, that's it for me.
Yeah.
I don't drink anymore, really. I'll drink a beer. I'll go have a few, whatever. But there's no appeal to me anymore.
Oh.
I could have a beer with dinner and be happy, and that's good. Cool. But there's no appeal for drinking for me.
No, I feel you on that.
I've got alcoholics on both sides of my family, and like I've seen some shitty things. My dad was an alcoholic for a while,
Oh,
and
fuck, yeah.
like He was, so my dad, it wasn't in my life for a long time in that, but when he was around, that's where I get the native from, is on that side of the family, and
Okay.
they do some stupid shit when they get drink. He told me stories sometimes, like he broke out of a cop car in handcuffs, and they found him 2 hours later at another bar with the handcuffs on, still drinking. Like, he's telling me things like this, and
That's sad to hear, but it's
but
still
it's
funny at the
hilarious,
same
right?
time.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, yeah, that's my dad. And I know exactly, like, if you see me and my dad together, he has the straight native hair and I've got the Irish hair, but we look identical. I'm just about a foot taller than him. But I'm talking, I know what I'm gonna look like in 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
I know what's going on. And like, I could picture that. Like, I used to do stupid things when I was drinking too. And I remember, I don't remember how I got home a few times, and there was times where I was at a party, I almost got shot, and it was like, oh well, that was fun, I'm gonna go over here, and like, things just didn't click, and
Yeah.
it's like, whatever. So drinking to me was okay at the time, but I just no appeal anymore.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Damn. How do you manage your time and like make sure everything gets done? If you do manage your time,
I mean, that's
or you just kind of get shit done.
I get shit done as quick as I can, but you have to manage time. Like, so I was saying earlier, I've got Live Nation shows that I've applied for. You have to manage a calendar on that. You have to make sure all these apps are in at a certain point. Like, if you want to apply for Blues Fest, you have to put your apps in at a certain time. They don't take anything else after that. So you have to manage your time in that sense with a calendar and that. So my fiance helps a little bit. She's not fully invested in the company yet, but she does what I ask her to do. Other than that, it's just try your damnedest to stay organized, because there's too much on the go, and I'm the main organizational structure. So if I'm not organized, something goes down and I have to fix it.
Yeah.
So just do your best and try to timeline everything. Like, you know what you're going to work with. I have 3 weeks to do this. I have 2 weeks to do that type of thing. And
Yeah.
do your damnedest.
Yeah. That's
So
fair.
for your calendar, do you use Google Calendar?
Yeah, I use Google Calendars. I've got it synced to the phone and tablet, and like, I've got everywhere. So if I punch in something on here, it goes to everyone. I have a shared calendar with the guys when they're doing their shoots and stuff like that, so they can see when I've booked things or when not to book things. I also partner with Soundcheck Entertainment, so I help manage their calendar too. So I've got 5 million things on my calendar right now, because I have Soundcheck is North American. Like, they have reach everywhere, so they've got shows booked everywhere. So there's extra stuff there. Mind you, I help. I don't do a lot of the work with it, but I am the video portion of Soundcheck. So whenever they need something on that end, that's me.
Okay.
Which is interesting, but more work to do.
What's the biggest thing you've had to overcome so far?
Not working myself to death.
Okay.
Because this summer I worked myself sick. So we did Blues Fest, and then we went directly to Boots and Hearts. So that was camping in a trailer. Like, we're talking 6 days later.
Yeah.
And by the time I was done Boots and Hearts, I had literally no voice, because I managed to keep some sort of throat bug or something. I don't know what the hell I did, but no voice. And then after I healed that up, I lost hearing. It went into an ear infection. I had down to 20% hearing in both ears.
Jeez.
So that's weird on its own, because you can't hear shit, and it's just like, so I had to recover from that. On top of that, then I did City Folk. And I had a wedding in between there somewhere too. So just, I worked myself literally and figuratively sick, where it was just, I had to take some time to recover, but I couldn't afford to fully recover.
Yeah.
So I just slowed down a bit and just stuck to some concert shots and stuff like that. I didn't go looking, like, I stopped doing client work for the rest of the year at that point, just because I couldn't do anything with it. So stuck to concert shots, and started working on other things and cleaning up the rest of my stuff. And I've still got interviews from Boots and Hearts I haven't edited yet.
Jeez.
Still, and we're getting back into festival season in a few more months, and that's coming up. But like last year, I think I did the numbers. I shot myself 104 concerts, 3 festivals, 2 weddings, 64 interviews, and 2 music videos in between the months of May to August.
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean,
That's a lot.
Like,
That's
right?
a lot.
yeah.
That's a lot to edit.
yeah, and like I literally sleep 4 hours a day, and on
Fuck.
Sunday I might sleep 8. I mean, there's been those times where I passed out for a whole day, and like my body
You
needs
need
that
it.
recovery, and it's just like, the wife knows to leave me alone, lock me in the bedroom, leave the dogs out, and just leave me. Like
Yeah.
that's it. She'll come see me, at 2:00 in the afternoon. Do you want something to eat? Fuck off. Like she knows, and she definitely takes care of me. But I realized working myself to death this summer was probably not the best idea.
Yeah. So definitely not good for anyone.
It's just hard to manage because you want to do everything.
Mhm.
Well,
then
that's
you're
it.
like,
And I wanted to really level up this year, and like I stopped doing the client work, and I wanted to really focus on Hidden Beats as a name. And this year, I went from 2,000 Facebook followers to 11,000. And my YouTube channel is at like 5,000, almost 6,000 subscribers. Like I've got different things going on, but I don't have the proper content for some of these things. Like my YouTube is pointless. I get a subscriber a day, cool, that's fine, but I'm not making money off of it because no one's gonna watch that. I have recap videos, I have some promotional stuff and whatever. No one's gonna watch that stuff more than once. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like if we were to put something like your stuff on my YouTube, 100 people are gonna watch that a day or whatever. Perfect. Like I just don't have the content for it. I don't have the patience to design another content stream that's gonna go for that.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
it's just that does its thing. My Twitter is probably the smallest. I think I've got like 800 people on there just because I literally don't touch it. It's there, and I think I have Facebook linked to it that might post something once a week or something stupid like that. But like IG and Facebook were my 2 things I wanted to really pump because as much as having quality stuff is good, to get places, it's all about numbers.
Yeah.
100%. And I found that out at Blues Fest this year. We had people who do not, I mean, I'm not going to throw names out there, obviously, just because I work with a lot of these people, but in these companies and stuff. But I find that I provided content at such a higher quality than some of these places did, but they got the opportunity to shoot some of these bigger artists because Blues Fest limits what you can shoot. So
okay.
like they had bigger numbers than I did at the time.
Yeah.
Even though my content is 100 times better, I'm posting content and they're not. I didn't get to shoot some of these guys. So that's what my focus was, building that this year.
Yeah, to allow you for this year to do
this
it.
coming year. I hope, I mean, it should be fine to walk into a lot of these things and be like, okay, you've got a big enough here, you can do this. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
If not, then I got to do it again and go bigger. Which I have a plan for that. Ideally, this coming year, I'm gonna hopefully, if I can manage, Facebook should hit about 50K this year.
Nice.
Should.
Damn.
We'll see.
Yeah, those festivals, right?
Festivals is
big
huge.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you cover 95%. Holy.
No, exactly.
Like,
yeah. Like
crazy
that's-
reach.
Well,
That's
and like
crazy.
Boots and Hearts, we had the biggest media presence there too. So I teamed up with Soundcheck for that one. We got to interview pretty much, I'd say 60% of the artists from Boots and Hearts, but we had a full production package going on. Whereas other people are coming in, other outlets like radios and stuff like that. They're coming in, they're looking at us, they're going, shit, what the hell is all that in there? I had my own tent basically set up for interviews.
Nice.
Hijacked the tent to myself. We had our own media station. The one thing I will say is I love Blues Fest. I love everyone who runs it. It's great. They will never hold a candle to Boots and Hearts for taking care of their media. You have your own media section. You have media tents. You have chauffeurs with fucking golf carts that are bringing you back and forth. Like they take care of you. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like Boots and Hearts is 10 times bigger than
Oh yeah. Well, they have camping and stuff.
Blues Fest and that, and it's 10 times crazier. You have your own private spots. Like you can go have an RV powered over in a corner somewhere and no one's going to bug you. None of the crazy campers. You're editing all night. Cool. There you go. It's amazing. Like I'll be happy to do that again this year. take the time off and go up there and do all that.
So that stuff like your free time type of thing, or like are you getting paid to do a lot of that?
That stuff is more free time stuff. I mean, unless you actually get hired by Blues Fest to do something, you're not getting paid for anything.
Right.
Even outlets like radio stations and that, they're not paying their photographers to go shoot. They're saying you get in to go see a concert for free. You're going to provide us for stuff for free. You might get a salary because you're on the team there, but they're not paying you to go shoot the show. So all that stuff's free time. Okay. It's all content building, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Portfolio is really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm. How do you like budget yourself to allow you to get that expensive gear?
Oh,
if you budget
debt. I went a little crazy at the start and I just started buying everything. First year for Hidden Beats, I think I spent 20 grand and said, okay, next year, hopefully won't spend as much. And I think I spent 15 the next year. But then again, like I was saying before, I don't buy anything full price. So it's, it's good in a sense of that way. But now, Hidden Beats owes me a lot of money and I have to budget better because I have other expenses that are coming up. Like I just bought a brand new car. That $50,000 a car doesn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I have to make do with what I have, and if I really need something, I have to justify it to myself. Like, is this going to start making me money next month, next week, next year? Where is this going to come into play?
Yeah, that's fair.
So if I can't start making money off it within 2 weeks, it's not worth it to me.
Fair.
That's
do
good.
You
that's good
rent? Do you rent your gear out?
I do
like,
sometimes.
Do you have,
That's how I basically cover some of the costs for these things. Like the C200 is an easy rental, so that covers some things.
That makes you money. Big time. Yeah.
Like I can rent that for $500 a day and be good to go.
Yeah.
So I don't do that very often, just because I also don't want my gear, the wear and tear on that I have to pay for. So
yeah.
But every so often, if someone needs to rent something, I'm always available for it. And I have everything. So, Ronin, lighting, sound equipment, tripod, like I've got whatever. So it's an option. But yeah. I don't want the wear and tear on it as much.
That's fair, especially if it's your main one, right? Like, yeah.
If I had spares, cool. I'd let that just go to rental all the time.
Oh yeah, you'd make your money back. Like that's one way of making your money back off gear.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially because it's expensive. Holy.
Yeah, gear is stupid expensive. Gosh.
And then if you're crazy enough and you want to start switching systems, and then it's like, then you gotta, you lose, what is it, 2/3 of the value of something the second you try to sell it to someone.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think I'll stick to Canon for a while.
Yeah, I relate to that, especially like good thing Blackmagic has the mounts,
the Canon adapters and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, yeah.
I already have all the lenses. Like Sony would be nice, but like
it's just the lenses, right? Like,
well, so I might try out a Sony. Like I might buy a Sony Body just to play with in different aspects and just get the Metabones adapter.
Yeah.
Because everything I've read about that is the Canon glass on the Sony Body is outstanding, but then Sony glass on Sony Body, even though it's great, color values are slightly off compared to what you're looking at. Like people have so many different things.
Yeah.
So like I've got good glass. Why bother why waste it?
No, exactly.
No.
Yeah. Let's bring it back to websites for a little bit, for a second.
What about websites?
What are your top 5 tips for building a good website?
Simplicity is nice. Simple is amazing.
Or top 3.
Well, I mean, there's 100 things I could say about a website. Do not use serif fonts. Sans serif all the way. I don't care what anyone says. Serif fonts or any of those calligraphy fonts and stuff like that you think look fancy, don't use those. They look horrible. I hate them. I hate every time I see them. It just, if you don't have a sharp enough screen, you're starting to lose it's going to pixelate. It looks off to me. I don't know. I hate those.
I'd only suggest it for blogs, but
I mean,
that's it.
You can, if you find that really specific spot, you can use some stuff. But even blogs, I don't even like using stuff like on my website. All the stuff is like Arial, bold. That's it, or something. I don't even know what I use right now, but it's all sans serif just because it makes things cleaner. Cleanliness on a website is key to me because it's going to keep you there. I've looked at some websites and I got to fix a couple websites that they're horrible. Like they're just so messy and cluttered. So the simplicity is 100% the biggest thing. Make sure you build from the start a multi-platform website. Build it for Google, build it for Internet Explorer, build it for whatever, because each of those places have different rules. They're super annoying if you don't do one thing, because you can't access it on here. You lose half your customer base. If like Google Chrome and what's the new internet one, whatever it is, those guys are actually two of the top right now. They have such different rules. If you don't build for them properly, you lose half your potential clients. So start out building properly, and then, I mean, content is king. If you don't have good content, no one's going to stay on your site.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, those are probably my top three: simplicity, multi-platform use. Build for mobile. People don't build for mobile.
Yeah.
That's still yeah. Like
Still,
that's why build
man.
when you're doing your all my sites that I've ever built start with a framework that works across all platforms and all sizes, tablets, cell phones, everything. They start with that. That's the first thing I put together. Otherwise, why am I doing it? And then go from there and fill that shit with content. And hopefully you have good content. If not, then your site's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like it's a 22-second attention span online right now. That's kind of what the norm average is. You can't catch someone's eye in 22 seconds. You're not there. My site doesn't do it. My site, I can hold the attention for a little bit. I get about 1,000 visitors a day, but I can easily, if I start to do some more dynamic stuff, I could pump that up.
Sure.
But,
yeah, I should look at my analytics actually.
Yeah, analytics is if you can wrap your mind around that, it's good to use.
Yeah, definitely.
Like on mine, I don't post every day. Like you look at someone like Soundcheck Entertainment, for instance, they have posts 5 times a week at least, or something like that, and their analytics show that you're going to get those hits. But I don't have the time to post 5 times a week. I do the same thing they do, but I just don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm also not shooting enough content for that.
That's it. Yeah. Well, so Soundcheck does a lot of press release stuff for new concerts and things. So it's not even they don't need the content. I get an average of 200 emails a month for press releases and things like that. So the content's there if I want to put it out. I don't want to do that.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair.
Because you have to write a whole thing, and then you got Google Analytics that you have to stick within certain categories to hit these things for it to pop properly. And I'm not a writer by any means either, but I have to make sure all these things work. Otherwise, it's not going anywhere. Why do it?
Yeah, that's fair.
You use SEOs?
Yeah, I got a couple SEO tools that I kind of plug in and work with a lot. It helps. I mean, it's not perfect. None of them are, but yeah, it's hard writing. Like one of my tools talks to me about I have to use transition words and non-passive text. I'm like, what the hell is non-passive text? Instead of saying is, you got to say something like now, or it's literally a passive word. And but who writes like that? Nobody's going to write like that. If you put more than 30 words in a paragraph, it's like, wait a minute, that's too big. You got to cut that up with a headline somewhere. Like Google is picky. If you look at my articles on some of the stuff, some of them aren't going very good because I just can't write. Like there's nothing to write for it. I could bullshit as much as I want, but it's not going to sound good later.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Want to roll in the lightning round?
Let's go. We get on time.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're at 18 minutes on this.
Okay.
So, is this another 12?
Let's go.
Quick maths. Just stop it. Or you want to? Fucking I'll do it.
Restart. All right. So, 10 questions, top of your head, and we'll just put a timer on it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Basically, at the end of the year, we'll just see who does it the fastest, but also provides providing good value. Throughout it.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to read these? Or you want me to read them?
I can do it if you want.
Doesn't matter to me, dude.
Right.
Fuck it, I'll read it.
Go for it.
Let you take the sip of water first.
Hey, go for it.
All right. Favorite meal?
Chicken wings.
The best piece of advice you've received?
Don't do something half-assed.
Favorite song or your most played song?
Top 3 would be See You Again with Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth. Leave out all the rest. Linkin Park, and The Way You Make Me Feel, Michael Jackson.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
I mean, my go-to answer for a lot of that time is in a dark cave where I don't have sunlight. I'm a white guy with red hair. Like I burn like a crazy person. As long as I have the internet, I'm good.
Dinner with 3 people. Who are you picking?
Oh Jesus, I don't like people usually. I say this a lot. I am an omnivert, introvert, and extrovert. If I have to do something cool, but if I can avoid people, I will.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Best learning experience so far?
Best learning experience? Are we talking like
Just in general?
In general? Cool. So best learning experience, I guess, in a negative sense, would be that feature film we did. I learned a lot about organization, a lot about, just general production value of things and what not to do.
First thing you'd buy if you won $1 million?
First thing I'd buy a house. I need a good house.
Stuck on an island with 2 things. What are they?
A really good knife and some sort of rope of some sort.
Your last purchase?
My last purchase would have been a bunch of like apartment shit from Amazon to organize. Like I think I bought a baker's rack and like a dish rack and things like that. Just we just moved to this new place, so it was all buying stuff like that. Yeah, it's probably Amazon purchases.
Thank God for Amazon.
Yeah, I love Amazon. It's amazing. Amazon Prime, I could do so much with.
What would you tell your younger self for question number 10?
Don't sweat the small stuff. I've done a lot of things and experienced a lot of things growing up, and I've learned a lot that why let it bother you.
That's fair. 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh.
Killed it.
Not bad, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering who's gonna take the longest answer. It's definitely gonna be me and you.
Yeah, big time. Holy.
Yeah.
Always.
What's the thing? If you think, top of your head, a lot of those things, there's some of them that were hard to think of, but I've thought about a lot of those. Like the 3 songs, I know what songs are my go-to.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably name out 10 songs that are played the most, and it depends on the time of year too.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
true.
But those 3 songs that I named, those are my 100% like top 3. Like I was sad when Michael Jackson died. I was sad when Chester died. Like, and sad when Paul Walker died. And all those songs kind of hit different emotions, but they're powerful songs.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, I have all 3 of those guys' autographs too.
Shit.
Yeah, including Michael Jackson. That was a lucky one.
How'd you get that?
That was actually an auction. I didn't actually get to meet him, sadly enough, but I swooped in on an auction and got an autograph of his for like $100.
Fuck, that's not bad.
Because nobody was bidding on it. It was like midnight, and I'm on eBay going, "Hey, let me see." So yeah, I mean, and I got.
Is it like actually his though?
Oh yeah, I got a certain COA and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got the whole all of Linkin Park on the Reanimation album signed, and literally that was. I got that in the mail because I had it framed 2 days before Chester died.
Shit.
So like the value of that just skyrocketed too.
Yeah.
I've got a whole bunch of cool stuff. Like I got one of my favorites is Robin Williams.
Okay.
I did a whole frame thing with him too. Like that's one of my pride and joy pieces that I have. I've got Captain America and Iron Man from Civil War. I did a custom graphic in the center, and I have them like movie covers almost battling each other on in a frame signed. Yeah. I got some cool stuff, and I mean,
that's pretty sick.
I've paid a lot of money to meet a lot of people.
That's fair. That's pretty crazy.
Like I legitimately don't have room to put pictures up anymore. I've got them in a box. Like I've got the whole cast of Stargate. I met Luke Skywalker there. Met him.
Oh shit.
Mark Hamill. Jay and Silent Bob. Got those guys. Those guys were cool. Got a picture with them. Jason Momoa was probably one of the funniest ones because a lot of the clothes I wear is like graphic tees type of thing, and I've got like skulls and girls and stuff like that on him. I walked in and he goes, "Oh, skulls and chicks. That's awesome." And then my girlfriend knows how much I like him, and she's didn't want to get in the picture, but he's actually apparently very funny with pictures. He'll go extra kind of crazy. He'll grab the girl, like push the guy away, like I'm stealing your girlfriend type of stuff. And he kind of looked at her and was like, "Oh, you don't want to, like, damn, you don't want to get in the picture." He seems like such a good guy.
Oh yeah.
I want to go. They're casting for his show there in like London, Ontario.
Shit.
The season 2 of C on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go be an extra on there. I was like,
Damn.
It's paid too. Like it's a full.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-month thing or something like that.
Shit. You got 3 months to dig off work though.
I mean, I could take some leave without pay and have someone else do some other stuff, but
I ain't not bad though.
I mean, it's possible, but then again, I have to leave the dogs with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She'd kill me. They're a nuisance when they want to be. They're 2 big boys that like to go walking all the time, and you know, we have a 2-story walk up in the apartment, so that hurts the knees after a while.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shit.
I think we should get around to wrapping up this episode then.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Do you have any final questions for us or?
Top of my head, no. I don't like to think very often. I'm a guy that just lets, you know,
Yeah.
whatever happens.
Nice.
No, I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
watch you guys on your podcast all the time. I see different things, so
Sweet.
I'm sure I'll learn more about you as I go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you guys are gonna come out
Alright.
to shows more often. Like, I mean, that's where I originally met
Yeah.
Frank, was at Dax, and
Yeah.
I was like, shit, hey.
I didn't even know that Dax was happening, man.
Oh yeah.
It
See,
was
that's
the
the thing.
last minute.
Yeah.
We're not promoting those things. I don't know how we're gonna promote those things properly.
I
We
was,
always seem to miss something.
I was at some, I don't even know where I was. I was somewhere, I think, and I look at my story and it's like, see Frank at Dax. I'm like, oh shit, you shooting that? Like, how the hell did you get that and I not hear about it?
Yeah, like that's the thing, and we promote to everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
it always seems to miss like one aspect of somewhere, and people are like, "Oh, I didn't hear about that." It's like, how?
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people that do promotions for clubs, right? So they like my boy posted it. I'm like, shit,
Yeah.
I got nothing else to do. Let's go.
Well, I mean, we throw ads up on Facebook, we do all that fun stuff, but I mean, obviously, we're missing something because if people aren't hearing about it, then like
Yeah.
Dax was a pretty good turnout, but it wasn't a
Yeah.
sellout.
Yeah.
Like we should have had that sold out.
Big
Really.
time. Holy, because
We-
Toronto was crazy.
Yeah. But Ottawa's weird though. Ottawa for shows, and as much as I've been involved with shows, like I work with the Diamond Mine Agency and a lot of their stuff. Ottawa is hit or miss. Like they're gonna come out last minute. They're gonna buy tickets last minute. What was it? Action Bronson. We had him, and I got sad for that one because I didn't get to meet him because everyone calls me Action Bronson. But that one didn't sell anything until like the last month. And it's Action Bronson. Everyone knows Action Bronson. Like he's been around and fuck that's delicious, all that stuff. But like Ottawa's really weird with that. They didn't buy tickets. It's like they're gonna wait and see if he actually comes across the border or something like that. Like the game when we had him booked, he almost sold out before he got across the border. What the hell? Like
Yeah.
That's weird.
yeah,
Especially Dax, because he's from Ottawa.
exactly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
And every local artist who knows that had posted about it. They're
Yeah.
Dax is coming home, blah 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 blah. But then none of them showed. I think we had just the openers. None of the other guys showed. So learn to support your city a little bit better, guys.
yeah, that was a weird one.
It was. Yeah.
I was looking around, I was like, who's this crowd? I'm like, this is
It's a weird crowd.
It's a weird crowd.
We had like a 12-year-old boy there too. That was the funniest thing ever because I was babysitting him almost. He was the biggest fan. His mother brought him in. He was crowd surfing.
Yeah.
He was spitting every lyric with him. We're talking. He was hitting every F-bomb, everything. And his mom's standing there, and she's just like,
That's funny.
"Oh yeah." And Dax was loving it too because this kid knew every lyric, every acapella, on point.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On point, and he was amazing. I shot some pictures for him with Dax earlier on and that, but yeah, like it was such a weird crowd. Like,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll get you guys out some more shows for sure.
Sounds good.
Definitely. I'm just gonna restart that so I can run this ending
Sounds good.
and not just be on audio. But yeah.
Bro, it was like just metalheads there.
Yeah,
I was so
it was crazy.
I was looking around, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was just so like, wait, what?
Well, you know what it was though, is because some of the guys were from Baxwear, like the Battle Axe guys. So it was all their crew.
Yeah,
And
that's what I heard. Yeah.
yeah, the couple of the openers and that. And I was like, okay, I suppose they support. Cool.
Yeah. It was just such a.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would have been there, but Frank didn't text me, so you
Yeah.
know, it's all good. So
I had free entry
Frank's fault.
I was like,
Actually, I mean, if you would have come to the door, I probably would have just got you in anyway.
yeah.
See, I know people.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah.
That was you told me you were going somewhere. That's why
Yeah, I don't remember what the
you're
fuck
like
it was
you're
about.
going to drink with your guys. I was like, all right. I was chilling. It was my birthday too, so I was like, I don't know what to do.
Oh well, then there you go.
And then he's like, oh yeah, bro. Like I'm going to Dax. I'm like,
Bro, what did I do that?
you were chilling somewhere.
You didn't go to Dax. That's what it was.
Yeah, you missed out.
I was hanging out with people. I know that.
Yeah, because you told me that, so I was like, all right, well then I won't bother asking you because I know
I
you're
just
doing
brought
stuff.
the crew with me.
Hey,
True.
it would have looked better in you filling out the place a bit more.
There was
Yeah.
like 5 of us or 4 of us.
But yeah, if you guys want to shoot shows, let me know.
Sounds
If
good.
most of the shows locally I'm involved in, so I
Yeah.
can definitely put you in front of that.
Sounds good. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Definitely want to start shooting more shows this year. I mean, I got the 7,200. Might as well.
You know what? That I don't even use that
Or
for,
the
for
24 to
concerts that
70,
often.
or the
24 to
35.
70.
I have a 35.
35. That's,
1.4.
Yeah, that's your go-to.
Yeah. It's nice.
Big time.
Yeah.
Got the nifty 50 too.
Oh, I don't even use mine.
I don't use mine.
I
either.
legitimately don't.
It hasn't moved from that spot in like a year.
I got mine for Blues Fest last year. Open like the day of, pulled it out of my bag. It bounced on the ground, broke in 4 pieces. Hadn't used it. We're talking 2 hours difference. Okay. I put it back together. It works beautifully still. And then I don't use it. I've used it 3 times.
Should have just returned it.
Well,
It's defective.
I thought about it too, but I had ripped just a corner of the box or some shit when I was opening it.
Just
And Henry's is stupid with a 25% restocking fee. So that was $100. I just fucking keep it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, good thing it was a little like a cheap lens.
I would have cried if it was something bigger. Like I literally, I pulled my camera out. I didn't realize it was kind of sitting beside. It just went bounce, bounce, bounce.
Oh, I've
That thing's
dropped to
plastic. That thing
7,200.
Ooh,
bounces.
that would have made me cringe.
Oh yeah, I when I was still at Algonquin, we're all out shooting with a bunch of photography people.
Ooh.
I left the side pocket of my bag open. I grabbed my bag and it just
Oh.
rolled right out. I'm like, well,
I've done that. With
good
my
thing it was
laptop.
mine though.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I've done that with
Yeah.
my laptop. I left the laptop pouch open, throw it over my shoulder, and the laptop. I've got like on the corners on my laptop. It's all dented on each corner from where it's hit. Still works great, but whatever.
Seems like mine. Mine's just bent.
Oh my god, damn.
But yeah.
It happens.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, go for it.
Definitely. Yeah. Cool. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
For
and
sure.
Taking the time. I know it's
Glad
a
to come out.
late episode. Fucking 10 o'clock right now. Jesus.
Well, whatever. I don't have to deal with the dogs. I'm good.
Fair enough.
There you
Fair
go.
enough. Thank you guys for listening to this part 2 of the Hidden Beats episode. Make sure to check out part 1 as well. We drop episodes every Monday or Monday and Wednesdays, depending on if there's 2 parts or just 1 part, or maybe even 3 parts, and we might drop one on a Friday. Who knows? Only time will tell. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave us a nice 5-star rating. Do all that fun stuff. It does help a lot. Check us out on Instagram at Born to Create Podcast. Check me out on the interwebs at acef.media.
Also on mittens.ca.
And where can people find you?
Well, hidden-beats.com or hidden beats on all socials.
Everything will be linked in the description. Thank you guys once again. Peace out and stay woke.